Hi, welcome to the Lisa Saunders Show. Thank you for joining me. I have very special guests who have a very special message for many of us. I want to introduce to you Cindy Sheriden-Murphy, a cancer survivor and certified empowerment coach who helps women thrive through cancer and offers a free 10-step guide to nourishing oneself through this challenging disease. And Debra Lynn is back here to perform and tell us more. She's the former lead singer for the Rolling Stones magazine's house band, who just released the photography gift book set, Each Moment We're Alive, which offers inspiration to those facing cancer. Now, I'm really excited that the two of you aren't just here as random guests. You guys met each other and have formed this amazing collaboration over Debra's song and her book and work that you were doing anyway. What did you do together? You have a video, and that was what? Telling about the video, and then we'll show it.
Yeah, what I was doing is I was looking to do a silent video, and I wanted music to go behind the song. I was looking for a song for the video, so a friend of mine had sent me Debra's contact. She notified both of us. I heard her song. It was exactly what I was looking for. When you hear the beginning of the words, don't offer sympathy. Contacted Debra, and we just started our communication, and away we went, and I was really down to the deadline for submitting this video.
So it was meant to be.
It was meant to be, definitely.
And so you asked her permission, because people shouldn't just do this without asking her permission.
And that's why I reached out, was I wanted to, after I heard her video, I said, do you mind if I use it? And she was on vacation, and
it's a great story, but I think after the video we could fill in some of the fun details.
Okay, so let's go ahead and watch the video so you can see what we mean.
Please don't offer sympathy. It's hard for me to hear how you feel sorry. Some say we're closer to a cure each day. Still my body turns away to betray me. What I really want is for you to know just what it is when my story's told that sustains me. It's a strength that somehow makes its way through all the words and the simple faith that I'll make good. I say cancer cannot cripple love, or shatter hope, or be anything but angry. When you work so hard to stay alive, you need a reason pushing you to strive to keep going. It's a message, it's a wake-up call, it's a plea to understand it all and find meaning. For the scary roller coaster ride and the hope that never leaves my side for long. In each moment we're alive, with every chance we let slip by. There's something to remind us why we're here. In each moment we're alive, in what it takes to have survived. The beauty of our presence is so clear. Counting off my milestones, count on friends and loved ones to stick by me. I'll keep holding on to miracles, or better still, the strength of will to be this. I can't believe I went through all this pain, to say that it's been all in vain. It's changed me, it's changed me. Now I spread the word of what I know, what it means to take it slow and be grateful. moment we're alive, for every breath, with every sigh, how the world will be so different from now on. In each moment we're alive, I want to fill my heart's desire, toss passion to the wind and reach beyond. In each moment we're alive, we follow joy, we carry pride, empowered to be all we're meant to be. In each moment we're alive, from everything that can inspire, and trust that life will give us what we need. In each moment we're
Wow, it's such a simple video with such a compelling story.
Thank you.
I learned a lot from watching it because I didn't know things what triple negative.
Yeah,
what is
triple
that?
negative cancer, basically there's 3 types of hormones that women have that you hear about: the progesterone, the estrogen, and then there's a HER2 factor. Well, if you test positive for one, you can go on maintenance drugs. There's some common ones like tamoxifen, but in triple negative, there is no drug. Basically, they describe my cancer as kind of the luck of the draw.
Mm-hmm.
It's that, I always thought myself as healthy, like I said in the video, with, running, working out, eating properly, working with weight management, working with a running group, and then to have this cancer diagnosis was really kind of a shocker.
It must have been a shock. You were diagnosed when?
I was diagnosed 1 year ago in July, and it came out, the size of an orange, overnight. I had had a mammogram prior. I had had an OBGYN exam just 25 days prior.
Literally overnight.
Literally overnight.
Wow.
And literally during the day, I had gone running, I'd gone swimming, came home, took a shower, and kind of went, oh, what's this? What did I do today? Did I bump into something? And that's when I found it, and it came out that quick.
Wow.
It just, watching it made me think, oh my gosh, it really is important to do those self-exams.
And I really think it's the self-exams because we have all the technology and we don't have the medical help. But I had already had, so I wasn't going back until next January. So imagine if I had waited and ignored it.
Right. Wow. And you do look really healthy. Now, this has been a year. Are you still in treatment, or does that come
No,
and go?
I finished my treatments. Last year at this time, I was in chemotherapy.
Okay.
So it's been amazing to think that in 1 year's time, everything that I've gone through and how I'm coming out on the other end.
Now, I would have to say, because you do look so healthy. Do you think it's because you were in good health before this happened? That keep you stronger for your times during chemotherapy?
I think it really did because I was very healthy before that. I pretty much breezed through chemotherapy in some ways. But the one thing with my diagnosis, I never really had a fear.
Mm-hmm.
I really had a strong belief that things were okay and that I just had to go through this journey.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to go through it. And what did I miss and not ask about the first time around?
Yeah, because you were diagnosed with cancer how many years ago?
It was 5 years prior. I had 2 lumpectomies. And when I was told that, they got it all, they removed it, that everything was great, I never asked anything to know about, was it cancerous or precancerous? What's treatment? What happens if I don't have treatment? When do you treat people? And now I really learned how, ask questions. I have to be my best advocate, and I think we all have to be.
That was the first time I heard you say that, and that really struck me as powerful, to say that you breezed through it and you think it was because you didn't have a fear. You just saw that you had a vision that this was just a journey that you had to go through. That's such a powerful thing to think about, because a lot of people will take something like that and be filled with fear of all the worst things that could happen. But I believe personally that when you shift that attitude the way you did, I mean, look at you. You're gorgeous.
I really believe, thank you. I believe that it really did make a big difference, is looking at like, okay, what are we going to do now? Oh, there was plenty of days I didn't feel very well.
Oh, sure.
Plenty of days my family probably wanted to disown me, but you know, they were so great. And that's what made me really want to work with other women to thrive, because so much like you're going through the motions, you're surviving, but then what? Do we go back to my job? I did that when I had my first lumpectomies. Went back to my life, back to my job, back to my stressful, in, out, and doing things, and was saying, you know, take some time and really learn what your body might be lacking. So I might have had the nutritional, in the exercise, but what was I maybe missing emotionally or spiritually that I really need to put those pieces together?
Now, how did Debra's song, like, you heard it and you knew this is...
I knew it. I had a friend who kind of connected, was in a network group with Debra and then myself, and just sent an email, shout out to both of us and said, I think you guys should meet. Well, right away, I Googled her song. I listened to it and I heard the first words, you know, like, don't offer sympathy. And it was immediate. And right away I wrote to her, you know, wanted to talk to her. Could I use her song? And that's when I knew I was going to do the video.
So what, now you guys are going on. This isn't just the video. You two are a team now.
Oh, yeah.
So Debra, what are you doing together? Because she's using your song, how are you collaborating with her?
Well, I just want to step back and just add one more lovely thing to the story, is that when I put it out there, and I've just been trying to find ways in which I can use the song and have it support organizations and fundraising. But really, I could never have dreamed this coming together, because when I first heard her name, someone said, in the context of a women's networking group, eWomen's Network, and this woman, Liz, said, you have to call Cindy. She's doing something called Thrive with Cancer. And I thought, Thrive with Cancer? Wow, that's great. It's better than surviving. So, you know, and so I had the name, and I was about to go on vacation. It was a few days on the beach with old friends celebrating my birthday, and I had in the back of my mind, along with many other things I was doing, preparing for the launch of the book. And then when I got there, it just was sort of needling at me. I said, you know, I really need to call her. So I just, you know, found the space and time, and I said to my friends, look, I just have to make this phone call. And then as soon as we started to talk, she said, oh yeah, well, I have this video that I have to put out for Marketing America, and it's a silent video. That's the format. And I really could use some music. I'm thinking, oh, well, that sounds great. So I literally looked for a place to get to a UPS store, and I was out on the beach. I hopped on my bike, and I was so excited because I felt so purposeful. And I said, I think she needs to get this soon. And sure enough, she had a deadline. If I didn't have that needling thought, she wouldn't have done it. And all of a sudden, before you know it, the song is the soundtrack for her video. And I was so moved and so excited and so humbled to be partnering with someone who is a cancer survivor and who has this attitude and this spiritual richness that I want to bring to this message. I can't say enough about it. I'm very excited.
How does it feel to see her video, your song to her story? Yeah. What does that feel like?
I get goosebumps all over again. I mean, honestly, there's nothing better than to believe and to see and feel that the song is landed where it's supposed to. I mean, that's what it was. It was born of this deep inspiration and passion of my friend Monica and me. And I could feel her smiling. In fact, I often say to Cindy, I feel like I'm with Monica again. Mm-hmm. You know, the spirit of those that I've loved, that have had cancer. I mean, she's just so full of life. It's like I get to be with it again.
And now when you got Debra's book, because Debra's book's not just the CD, which has not only that song, but several others, and you saw Debra's images, how did that feel to you to see, not just hear her song, but to see the book?
I think I did the same thing Debra did in the other way. I knew my story, but her words, I always say, like, she's the words behind my message. So when I saw the pictures, they just so, came to me. And I even started asking her questions about some of the pictures, the photographs, some of my favorite ones.
Wow. Do you have a favorite or one?
I have the one... Yes, I have the one that with the sneakers and the high heels.
Yeah, my husband was reading that one out loud to me yesterday. We were cracking up.
It's just my favorite one, and it's just
all right. Like, we're gonna plug her, aren't we?
It's just my favorite picture.
That's really cute.
So,
Monica had a great sense of humor.
She did, and it reminds me of some things what I do. I can go from exercising, and then you change your shoes, and you go into the next plug of your life. and you this is really kind of resembles my life.
And I love your cowboy hat. Like, I specifically asked you to wear it because I loved it in your video.
Oh, you did ask her? Oh,
yes, I
I
asked her,
love
can you
it.
wear the same outfit? It was so perfect.
And that was another sign that I didn't realize that she had recorded this in Nashville, and I was doing it in my backyard. Actually, my son's quad was behind me, and more, my hair's coming back, but it's short. There's some areas that I pick up on, so the hat and let it so I could see and not have to squint. And put it all together, not knowing that you would record in Nashville, and you thought it was
The first time I saw the video, I'll never forget that moment. I looked at her and I thought, "Oh my God, she's adorable. She's wearing a cowgirl hat. She must have listened to my CD and knew that I recorded in Nashville and knew about my Conscious Cowboy song."
Well, can we play? I know we should play Each Moment We're Alive, but I'm dying. Now we're talking about the hat. Can you play that song? Now, this is on another CD. Now, you have 3 CDs, so people can go on your website to find, this particular CD. But I just thought it was cute that it's a sign and enjoying life.
I think
it's
perfect.
It's a great song.
It's perfect because I know I write about a lot of serious causes, but I do try to do it lightly and with joy. And this song is... it just now will always make me think of Cindy. It's actually about a woman that was looking for a guy, but she wanted more than just a guy. She wanted someone who was conscious. So it's called Looking for a Conscious Cowboy. The lady is a wild flower, sweeter than a moment in June. Her past may cast a shadow, but only if you find it too soon. She's paved so many roads on the way to her heart. She even has a picture of how love ought to start. It's clear to all that know her there's just one missing part. She's looking for a conscious cowboy. She's right at home in Montana, raised a child all on her own. She knows the art of healing, the secrets of the earth she has sown. She'll spot him as he's jumping from his saddle to rest. She'll catch him as he's falling from an old lover's nest. She'll know him as he starts to feel he's looking his best. She's looking for a conscious cowboy. She's looking for a conscious cowboy, with or without the hat. She's aching for the chance for authentic romance. She's looking for a conscious cowboy. Ready for a real man, someone who can stand on his own, who can speak with truth and laughter, cherish time being alone. He's got to care about the land and be playing his part in improving on our world and be gentle of heart. She's made the space and time, so she's ready to start looking for a conscious cowboy. She's looking for a conscious cowboy. He doesn't need to wear the hat. She's reaching out her hands for new western romance. She's looking for a conscious cowboy. Someone who'll keep on growing, always want to reach his heart. Gotta know his love is flowing, just waiting for that right woman's spark. She's looking for a conscious cowboy. She can take or leave the hat. She's reaching out her hands for new western romance. She's looking for a conscious, waiting for that conscious, on to find her conscious cowboy.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
It is great.
Thank you.
You have songs on a wide range of things, from autism to Mothers Against Drunk Driving and now cancer. Cancer and Cowboys. I don't know if that's the name of it.
Cowboys, there you go.
That's a new
Oh,
song.
look, if Chris Carr could get away with sexy, crazy cancer and cowboys
Exactly.
could work. Yeah,
See,
Right.
that's the good. Cancer's a struggle, but the cowboy part's the fun part.
And a lot of people have had it. I mean, I've had it 3 times, skin cancer. And my cousin made Chrissy sun catchers for people like me who can't be in the sun. And so she used her experience to do something. That's like with UV light protection. I don't know. I'm probably saying it wrong.
We have to partner with Chrissy too.
Yeah, because it's a big help walking around downtown Mystic, which I like to do with that sun beating down. Now you're using your cancer experience now to help other women. You have a program.
Yeah, I have a program, and I really walk them through. It's 10 steps to nourish yourself. So we kind of go through from being vulnerable as women. Do we ask for help when we're back against the wall? Or are we able to ask for help when we need it? Like I've learned to ask for help, to ask for Debra. You know, those are some of the things to do that, and also to be visible and to, you know, go out there. When I say, like, you know, this was a picture I did, that this was a group of friends that came over last year for October. I had just lost my hair, and didn't my friends all put on one of my hats? I had a basket there, and we had a ball. It was, you know, it was a kind of a fundraiser. A friend of mine was having a jewelry party, and it just turned into some fun things. So that it doesn't all have to be about the cancer.
Right. And it's just a way of sharing with other people. Like you probably have met a lot of people because of your experience. You saw it as a journey. So because of that, you meet Debra.
Yes.
And you got to meet my cousin Christine.
Oh,
with
it
the
was
sun
wonderful.
catchers.
And I was sharing with her how, even for myself, you know, I don't have a problem with the sun, but after going through chemo, radiation, the sun really bothers me.
And there's things you're supposed to say. Aren't there's medication that says stay out of direct
So it's
sunlight?
so great that, you know, I was glad I got to meet her to say, there's women that need this.
Now people can go to your website and find, they can download you'll send them the 10 free
They can go,
steps.
it's right on my website. It says free offer.
Okay. And then there's other ways they can get together with you so you can help them through this journey.
Yes. I invite them in with the 10 steps to have a free conversation with me.
Okay.
You know, because I really believe in getting to know what are they looking for, where's their journey, what's their support system.
Right. So that
you know,
can
what do they
help
have
them.
intact, and what questions do they have lined up for their physicians?
Yeah. Well, that's great. And your website tells a lot about that. Like I said, I was excited about your 10 steps. So I got to get it myself. So I need to sign up and get it.
Yes.
But I don't want to miss you singing the song. We heard your song with her video, but I was so focused on her cards that I want to hear the song from you. Okay. So everybody in the audience can really focus on the words.
Please don't offer sympathy. It's hard for me to hear how you feel sorry. Some say we're closer to a cure each day. Still my body turns away to betray me. What I really want is for you to know just what it is when my story's told that sustains me. It's a strength that somehow makes its way through all the words and the simple faith that I'll make it. Some say cancer cannot cripple love, shatter hope, or be anything but angry. When you work so hard to stay alive, you need a reason pushing you to strive to keep going. It's a message, it's a wake-up call, it's a plea to understand it all and find meaning. For the scary roller coaster ride and the hope that never leaves my side for long. In each moment we're alive, with every chance we let slip by. There's something to remind us why we're here. In each moment we're alive, in what it takes to have survived. The beauty of our presence is so clear. I'm counting off my milestones, count on friends and loved ones to stick by me. I'll keep holding on to miracles, better still the strength of will to beat this. I can't believe I went through all this pain to say that it's been all in vain. It's changed me. Now I spread the word of what I know, what it means to take it slow and be grateful for each moment we're alive, for every breath with every sigh, how the world will be so different from now on. In each moment we're alive, I want to fill my heart's desire, toss caution to the wind and reach beyond. In each moment we're alive, we follow joy, we carry pride, power to the all we're meant to be. In each moment we're alive, from everything that can inspire, and trust that life will give us what we need. In each moment we're alive.
It still gets me every time.
Thank you.
Did you get a chance to hear her other songs on the CD yet?
I listen to Debra's songs. I think I call her every day and tell her. I listen to it in my car. I have,
So you've listened to it.
I've heard every song.
All 3 CDs of hers?
I've listened to 2 that I listen to all the time.
I actually brought my other one to give her today.
So I
good.
And yeah, some of them have just become so fun, upbeat.
She's a good storyteller.
They're
isn't she?
great stories.
And I cracked up because she came to play at a yacht club over Christmas time, and she's singing all these songs like Jingle Bells or more serious ones. And she goes, "By the way, I am a Jew singing these Christmas songs." And she was so fun because people still felt like they could talk to each other, but then she would talk, and I don't know. You're a wonderful performer. You really feel your audience and what they want. You perform at weddings, at parties, at concerts, and Rolling Stones. I wish we could talk about that because that's kind of cool how you got that job.
Yeah.
But we only have 2 minutes left, and you guys are collaborating on new events. Just briefly tell them and how they can find out the dates and where. What are you guys doing?
Definitely check out our websites, and we're just beginning now, and we're really excited because we're going to be speaking at a Shoreline Cancer Support Foundation on October 14th, and the information will be on both our websites. Yeah. And then also tell them a little bit about Rays of Hope.
Well, Rays of Hope is an organization in the Springfield, Westfield, Mass. That I've become very passionate with because I don't think people realize there's a lot that they do in the community. And when I have the lymphedema and I have my sleeve and that, they pay for those. So what we're working on is, hoping it comes through and is having Debra come and sing on stage. That was something I would love to see, is her share the message and have her books where she's so generously donating, portions to the Rays of Hope, because it all stays local. And it's just so exciting for us to be able to do things together like that.
And anything is better when you can do it with a friend.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It just feels so right.
Because when you're out on your own, you just need collaborators.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Or it's really hard. Well, thank you so much for coming on my show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
Good. I'm glad. Thank you.
And
we'll see you. Good luck with your new projects, and we'll have to have you on again someday.
Yeah, sounds great.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the Lisa Saunders Show, and I'll see you next week.